Okay, just another quick video. Just going to put the con rods on, big ends. You can see, put the big end bearings in. What I tend to do is, if you can see, there's like a casting mark on there, because they are sort of slightly angled, and then numbers on there. You can't see the numbers on there, but basically the numbers go to the numbers. Let's see if you can see on that one. Yeah, see them numbers? So basically the numbers go to the numbers, and the numbers are the same size as the casting, and they go on like that. Basically the method of doing it, sorry, let me just move the camera. Method of doing it is, you basically put them on the crank. So you put it with the numbers on the bottom, and you swivel that round, hold it from the back with a screwdriver, and you push this on, and you put your nuts on with your socket and bits and bobs, and then do it up with your ratchet evenly until they're nipped up. Don't torque them, just nip them up. Then as long as the rod falls of its own weight, I'll show you that in a minute, you're okay. And then I'll put them all on like that. I'll just put one on and show you. I won't waste the time watching me do all of them. I'll put one on and show you so you can see how it's done. I'll just clean this up a little. Okay, we're still on target, yep. Right, let's turn it around. Okay. So you want the sort of conrod journal in the middle of the hole. So, okay, so that's where my number is. So I shall put it that way up. So when I flip it round, numbers at the top to match the casting marks at the top. So I'll try and do this. If you drop them in, it's a bit of a nightmare. As long as the bearing doesn't drop out the rod, you're okay. If the bearing drops out the rod, you're shafted basically. You're going to mess about, and so basically just feed it round with your fingers. Just double check I'm putting it on the right way. Yeah, that's not the side with the numbers on. Yeah, that's fine. And then feed it round. And then you can sort of just feel it on the other side. That's it. So you want to get your screwdriver on the middle of the back of the cap. And sort of just line it up. Yeah, just maybe a bit more. Sometimes you have to move the crank if the yeah, like here. So it's just maybe move it around a bit. And I've got my casting mark to the top with my numbers to the top to match that up. Come on, baby. I think we need to come back a bit more. Okay, there you go. If you just push it. Okay, so just hold it with your screwdriver there, that fiddly bit. I sort of get one nut on. Obviously try not to drop the nuts in the case. It don't matter if you do, because you can tip it upside down. So get one nut on there, and then the nuts have got like a shoulder on, so the shoulder goes towards the rod. I have dropped some before. Like I say, the only problem is if you drop the rod cap and the bearing comes out, obviously the rod cap can't really go anywhere, but the bearing can. The bearing can sort of fall underneath the camshaft. You can can normally get it out though, to be fair, but it's a bit of a nightmare. So when you're doing this up, you just got to I could have put the rods on first, but when I put the whole lot together, so just do each one up a little bit and just keep doing it. If you do one side up, it jams up. You'll feel it, it kind of slides. Also, you have to just watch your socket doesn't come off. Once they're on a bit, it'll pull itself in. It's just when you first start off, you can time one up a load more than the others. Okay, I think we're nearly there. Get my socket out. Yeah, there's a bit of side slop in them, but you see that just falls its own weight. And if you turn the engine over, it stays at the bottom. Sometimes if they're a bit stiff, you can hold them there and they'll just drop slowly like that. But as long as they drop reasonably well, you're okay. What I normally do is sort of just get hold of a rod. You can have quite a bit of side to side play, but well, there is a limit. There's quite a bit on this because probably the rod's a bit warm, but yeah. Just make sure you can't feel any in and out movement, which I can't. So that's it basically. Then you do the same. The first two are easier, obviously, because you've not got a rod on. Then the next one, so to do the one on that side, you put your screwdriver through here. And dead there, that's where the big end is on the other side. So they're not too bad to do. I can't remember the torque. Now, is it 23 foot-pounds? I think it is, something like that. You'll have to Google the torque specs, but you'll be doing that anyway if you're doing it. But yeah, as long as none of them get tight, you're fine. That's it basically. I've got the rods to put on. I've not got the heads back yet, so what I will do is bring the pistons down next week, and then I'll be able to put the pistons on. I'll put the pistons on first, and what I normally do on the barrels, on the webs of the barrels, where the air-cooled sort of side of it is, I normally use a cutter, and I just cut like one for number one, two for number two, and then once I've done that, so I know where they go on the engine, then when I get the heads back, I stamp like 1 dot, 2 dots on that bore, and 3 and 4, and then that way I can lap that barrel into the head for number one, lap that for number two, and don't matter what I do, I can't put them on wrong as long as I check them me punch marks. And same with here, look, I've punched, there's got 1 punch mark there, this one's got 2 marks. I normally do it before I take it apart, so I put this has got it done from when I did it before. So 1 punch there, 2 punches on that one, 3 on that one, 4 on that one. And then that's as you take them off, you know which way around they're going, where they're going, put them back where you took them off. That's what I normally tend to do. So that's it basically. I've got an oil cooler to put on. I might just put the rods on tonight and go home. It's a Friday, so I'll go home and do some other stuff. So yeah, that's basically putting the rods on. Like I say, you can put them on before you put the case together, but then you've got to feed the rods through. You've got to feed those through when you're putting the case on and whatever. I just wanted to put it together this way. and then just go around and torque them up. Basically, that's it. I did manage to find a thicker, one thicker shim. I took it out again yesterday, and so now it's got you can just about feel the end float. I think it's 0.07 or 0.013 or something between them two. I didn't measure it exactly, but it's just, you can just feel a little bit, and that's it, which is good. And it still seems to spin fairly free. It's not as loose as I've had some engines, like second-hand engine, but you can see it spins quite freely. That's it. Okay, if you're enjoying the vid, subscribe. I did a bit more work on the Porsche the other day. I've adjusted the mixture on it. I've richened the mixture up so it goes like an absolute rocket now. But I'll probably do a video about that tomorrow, something like that. Okay, thanks a lot. See you next time.